Okay, good. Yes, we're live. We're live and in color across the board. Wonderful. Delightful, delicious. Let's see. How's the YouTube side of things looking? Looking good. I forgot to change the thingy. Hold on. Gotta make sure I got the right source on here. Yeah, there we go. Also, I've changed my my thingamahoosit for like moms drawn to a luncheon. I don't know. I really like this picture. I feel like it speaks to me. And of course, we've also got, you know, our token donkey over there. But anyway, you guys, you know what time it is. It's the Blade lineage and Kurakumo clan. Yield my flesh to claim their bones. We still don't have the good captain yet. But we can go and try and get Captain Ishmael. Not to be confused with Captain Ishmael. Anyway. Oh, right, that was when I was doing some mirror dungeons. I do my weeklies on, like, or at least on, I usually do my mirror dungeons, off into the wild blue yonder. But first, it's time for a little bit of gambling. So we're just gonna do 110 pull, because I have the utmost faith that we might get it. Because it's like a 1.47% chance, I want to say. But I don't know. What are you doing? What are you doing? Uh-huh. Man, not even a single Kurakumo insight. Oh well, at least we got Yisung. All right, well, anyway, we'll just get right to it. As you can see, I've gotten a fair few of these where we need to get the Kurakumo Heathcliff. But let's take a look here. All right, and also, you know, it's still chewing through the some of the regular checkup stuff, but we'll get to that in time. Anyway, yeah, there he is. It's the boy. All right, let's see here. Who's the special bonus units this time around? 120%. Yeah, we got this. We got the whole gangs here. Wait, Gregor's only 40%. Oh, he's only 20%. How unfortunate. But yeah, we'll just run with the Blade lineage team because that's what I have. Eh? Oh. There we go. All right, warning. There's a big warning up there. That's a little concerning. Oh, hold on. I should grab a little bit of water just to make sure that we're What are you doing? Oh yeah. Let's set that to auto. Heathcliff looked out the rattling bus window with a dour expression. Though it wasn't raining, the world outside was gray and opaque like an overcast sky. Black, pungent clouds of smoke had long devoured the atmosphere. So this is the kind of place Heathcliff used to roam. Oh. Oh, sorry, I gotta get my.
T사의 색을 수거하는 장치가 중심에 위치해 있으니까요. 영향권에서 멀면 이런 현상이 있을 수 있다고 보고된 적이 있습니다.
Hi.
그런 것이었는가? 하면.
Two other sinners immediately jumped in on the conversation to direct it away from whichever obscure subject Yisung and Faust were about to steer it into.
그러고 보니까.
그거.
이상 씨가 살았던 곳 거기랑 여기가 좀 건물들이 달라 보인다 싶어서.
그래. 그 이야기 하려고 했지.
It's been a while since we started on this journey together. I was starting to grow more comfortable with the sinners. Maybe that's why I found Gregor and Rogia's valiant effort to keep this conversation remotely comprehensible to most occupants of the bus pretty amusing. I love Gregor. Oh no. And Yisung unknowingly shooting down their effort by jumping onto another complicated discussion was another sight I'd become familiar with. While I was curious about the technology T-Corp uses to drain our color and about the behind-the-scenes of T-Corp's operations, it wasn't something that could be answered now. I decided to table that discussion for later. Instead, I approached Heathcliff. He was sitting on his lonesome, clearly in deep thought. Still racking your head about what to wear to Wuthering Heights? Heathcliff protested, jumping up from his seat. It's like I hit the nail right on the head.
아니, 생각을 안 한 건 아니긴 한데 그냥 옛날 생각나고 그런 게 더 커서.
I do remember hearing that Heathcliff used to live in the back streets. A part of some syndicate, if I recall correctly. Virgilius did say that we were going through the back streets instead of going straight to the T-Corp nest for a reason, and that it was because of the company's orders. Maybe there's something for us to do here. Heathcliff did spend some time in the T-Corp back streets, after all. Maybe we'll run into a golden bough here.
그럴 리가 있나요? 그게 뒷골목에 굴러다니는 썩은 나뭇가지 수준이었다면 저희가 이런 개고생을 하겠어요?
True. I guess.
애초에 그 여러 의미로 대단한 저택에 이런 뒷골목에 붙어 있을 리 없잖아. 골목을 기어다니는 거렁뱅이 같은 사람들과 그들에게는 아득한 격의 차이가 있어서 말이야. 나를 초대했다는 건 이번 황금가지는
What?
그 저택이 있는 둥지에 있을 게 뻔하겠지.
Hold on, give me just a moment.
맞습니다. 저희는 최종적으로 T사 둥지로 향할 것입니다.
Heathcliff continued to speak in a low voice. The hubbub from outside the bus seemed to blend in with his words, turning into a mass of murmurs. There was a sort of commotion outside.
최종이든 시작이든 간에 뭘 해보려면 저기서 걸리적거리고 있는 놈들부터 집어치워야겠군.
반 정도 맞는 말이군.
Heathcliff, who was muttering to himself in an uncharacteristic daze, jolted awake.
아이씨, 예고 없이 뭘 하는 건 띠띠빵빵이나 너나 다르질 않냐 어떻게?
예고의 필요성을 느끼지는 않아서 말이지. 아무튼 바깥에 보이는 놈들은 타겟이다.
Targets?
제거 대상이라는 뜻인가? 그런 의미만 있지는 않지. 정확한 정보는 없었지만 아무튼 저 무리 속에서 접촉해야 할 대상이 있다더군. 그 녀석을 찾아서
You wanna come here?
정보를 얻어오면 된다. 관리자 알아들었습니까?
How are we supposed to find this target if you're not even going to tell us who it is?
타겟을 특정할 방법이 없는지 묻는군요.
가면 알게 되겠지. 제게도 없는 정보를 물어봐야 소용이 없습니다. 단테. 그럼 전원 하차.
Off we go. I was somewhat wary of the way Virgilius answered me, but even in murky situations like these, we've always managed to pull through anyway. What are you doing? I'm sure things will get a little clearer once we get there. I slowly disembarked the bus with the rest of the sinners. Come in. Yeah, let's get this party started. EX objective clear in a few turns. But don't worry, we only bring the top of the line. See here, yeah, that should be plenty. Or do I go for the full? No. We're not gonna roll with the full blade lineage.
형님, 그쪽으로 튑니다. 내가 알아서 잡는다. 너는 네 몸뚱아리 단돌이나 잘하고 있어.
What a mess. We walked out of the bus and right into what appeared to be a battlefield of violent gang war. Black cloaks flutter under the gray sky and bloodthirsty blades clash violently. The bus had not stopped deep. The bus had stopped not even 30 paces away from the thick of the battle. Kurakumo clan. I've heard of them before. I'm sure we had some identities from that syndicate. Some identity cards said Wakashu too. A pretty large subsidiary of an even larger syndicate called The Thumb. I think the identities were outfits similar to the ones they're wearing here. I think you're right, but who are they fighting? Heathcliff replied in a monotone voice like he was reading from an encyclopedia. Hi.
어느 곳에나 있는 것이로군. 힘으로 위세를 높이며 약한 자들의 고열을 빠는 자들이.
Anyway.
새삼스러운 것도 없지. 정도의 차이지. 조직이라면 대부분 비슷하니까. 이를테면 그래. 저런 놈이 반드시 찾아오기 마련이지.
Heathcliff raised his bat and pointed it at the approaching man. He wore the same outfit as the other Kurakumo clan members.
뭐야 당신들? 10명도 넘는 것들이 모였어. 봤다 안 내려? 한판 벌여보자는 거냐?
어이, 일단 과격한 행동은 피하지. 자극해봐야 좋을 게 없지 않나.
Otis stepped in to warn Heathcliff, but he did not budge. He remained motionless, the bat still raised and pointing threateningly at the approaching man.
말이 뻔히 나 있는데 그럴 필요가 있겠냐?
저자와 결국 싸워야만 하는 건가요?
뻔하지 뭐. 항쟁을 하고 있었던 놈들이니 당연히 여긴 자기네 땅이라고 우길 거고. 그러는 와중에 제3자들이 지나갈 모양새니 통행세를 달라고 하겠지.
잘 알고 있네.
The Kurakumo clan henchman strutted before us like he owned the place.
정한가 싶다가도 이런 일만 되면 꼭 함정같이 청산유수인 게 신기하다니까요.
Ishmael muttered at Heathcliff, who was shrugging at us with an expression that clearly read, I told you so.
잘 알고 있는 것 같으니까 용건만 간단히 해주지. 통행세 1인당 50만 원.
50만 원?
어디 하나, 둘, 13세. 저 뒤에 버스도 너희들이 타고 온 거겠지? 운전수도 있을 거고.
You're nuts.
포함해서 내놔라. 괜히 안쪽까지 뒤지다가 일 복잡하게 만들지 말고.
단테 들었어? 완전 터무니없는 액수를 부르는데.
It kind of is, isn't it? Well, it didn't really matter how much they were asking for. I wasn't going to negotiate with them anyway. Ishmael turned and looked quietly in my direction. I nodded back.
잠깐, 저 뒤에.
Don Quixote pointed at something.
쓰러진 자가 있어. 저자를 도와야 하지 않겠는가?
Just as Don Quixote said, I could catch a glimpse of someone bleeding out on the ground through the chaos of clashing blades and black cloaks.
야, 정의놀이 적당히 하랬지. 조직하고 조직끼리 싸웠는데 누구 편을 들어?
동의한다. 또한 난전 속에서 피해를 감수하며 저자를 구해야 할 명분도 지시도 없다.
하지만 저리 무력하게.
I guess it's an improvement. In the early days of our adventures, we would have been dragged into this conflict 5 minutes ago thanks to Don Quixote's recklessly valiant rescue attempt. I suppose she's learned her lessons by trials of fire. She was starting to show restraint for once. But it's a bit different this time. Okay, so I do think that we have to help that woman, but...
관리자님, 이해한 것처럼 끄덕여놓고서 이러시면 곤란한데요.
No, I'm not saying that we should get involved because it's the right thing to do or anything like that. Virgilius was telling us the truth earlier. There is a chance that we were purposefully made to drive right through this strife, which means that there must be something here that they're expecting us to find. They've always put us in danger's way for a reason, after all. I just have a feeling that the wounded woman might have something to tell us. Maybe an intel of some kind. And if it turns out that we were supposed to get that intel from the Kurakumo clan and not that woman, then I suppose we'll have to beat it out of them.
훌륭하십니다, 관리자님. 이 오티스 진심으로 감탄했습니다.
Thank you, Autos. Actually? What is she implying, that her usual flattery is phony?
듣고 있자 하니 흑운회를 지나가는 똥꿰 취급하는 모양새. 적을 구하니 많이 하는 건 그래, 니놈들 검계와 관련이 있군.
Oh no! Chummy with the blade lineage? Me? How could you tell? I could practically hear our negotiations, not that I was going to negotiate, falling apart as the man drew his blade.
합리적인 숙고와 선택 반드시 승리로 갚아드리겠습니다. 총원 전투 준비.
Excellent work. Anyway, go get him, Mr. Salt.
두려움을 모르는 건 나쁘지 않습니다만.
Oh, let's start out with a, you know what, yeah, we'll just do this to build up a little bit of juice.
망설임이 없도록.
육정!
완전 선택이었어 말이. 적의 약점이 뻔히 보이는 게로군.
Excellent.
상황이 닥쳐와도
Alright, now the real question is, who are you gonna target with that? Not the guy that's actually got the BM. Got it, great. Yeah, let's go for a sky clearing.
망설임이 없도록.
Okay.
아름다운 것, 그렇지 않은 것.
괜찮은 공격이.
I guess maybe I could go for like full blade lineage. I mean, it might be. I think I've got plenty of things laying around for it. Then again, doesn't really matter if they're not. Because if Autos and Don Quixote go down,
걱정은 하지 않겠습니다. 어차피
it's not like it's the end of the world.
있으니까.
I'll just pull this.
흉터의 결과.
You know, in hindsight, I probably should have.
역시 모르네.
Now, the real question is, how many waves are we expecting? 8 more dudes, looks like.
망설임이 없도록.
Yeah, we should be able to handle that. Oh yeah, we should be able to handle that. Like we're, you know, in danger of losing to these goons.
그들은 낙마하지 않을 것이네.
What are we anticipating? Yeah, okay, so this is the last of them.
우위를 점했기 때문이지.
Maybe let's not overclock that, actually, now that I'm saying that out loud. But what we could do is make use of 4th Match Flame.
망설임이 없도록.
It's... I still remember when we were a sword for the pre-registrations. I was ooh. I mean, we did at least get, you know, the free blade lineage Yisang. Oh.
이 불 또한 예술의 방울경이지.
Yeah, they're still alive. Thank you, Faust.
아름다운 것.
This is why we pay her the big bucks.
낭마하지 않을 것이다.
Well, I don't think he's getting out of this one. Anyway. A brand new breathing hole. Just for you.
별것도 없이 배짱만 두둑했군.
Thank you, Ryoshu. While the rest of the sinners were slowly recovering from the excitement of battle, Don Quixote did not waste a second before bolting forth to the woman's side.
맥을 이마에 대고 재다니 그럴 수도 있군요.
살아있네.
그러니까 이 녀석이 정보를 갖고 있을 거라고.
Well, we don't know. The sinners one by one began to gather around the woman. She was dressed in an all-black garb like the Kurakumo clan members, but her weaponry and her outfit were unmistakably distinct. Blade lineage, huh? I looked around at the defeated Kurakumo clan members, then back at her. The difference became even more apparent. Don Quixote slowly and tragically shook her head after checking the pulse on the other.
관리자님, 전투 중 몇몇 흑운의 조직원을 신문했으나 특기할 정보는 없었습니다.
So it's just her then. I hope my gut feelings prove me right.
산자는 이자밖에 없는 것 같네. 우선 버스에 옮겨 응급 조치를 취하는 게 어떻겠는가?
Yeah. Don't see any other way. We don't carry a first aid kit with us, and I can't turn the clock to heal her, so... Messel, do you mind carrying her back to the bus?
알겠습니다.
Thus, we made our way back to the bus, Messel carrying the dying Blade lineage member. Virgilius didn't seem very happy about this.
허가되지 않은 손님을 드리는 게 당연해진 겁니까?
We had no choice. We have to save her first if we're going to get any answers out of her.
정보가 있을 것이라고 판단되는 인물을 우선 구명해야 한다고 판단했다고 말하고 있네요. 파우스트도 이 부분은 동의합니다.
이미 벌어진 일은 어쩔 수 없지. 하지만 계속 주의는 하십시오, 딴테.
I had a feeling that Virgilius had much more to say than that, but he simply sighed and dropped the subject. Well,
본인은 관리자 나리가 옳은 처사를 했다고 생각하네.
Thanks. Just as I was starting to dread that this bus was doomed to be eternally uncomfortable, Yisang emerged from the back door with the good news.
조치는 전부 끝내었어. 이제
And before he even finished his sentence, the woman was awake.
전투 응대는 성공적이었다. 나쁘지 않은 움직임이었어. 이제 다른 쪽 집안일로 돌아가지.
Oh, are we also getting? Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Okay, hold on. Let me get my think thonker on here then. Because if we're gaining extras because of... Let me equip Thoraglass... Thornton. Whatever. Okay, and then we can go for this, and then this, and then we're not gonna take them. So instead we'll take I don't remember if they need to be deployed is the thing. I don't think they need to. But then we can take the 2 blade lineage IDs. And if they fall down... oh well! Because it's as long as... hold on, let me just double check here on his passives. In memoriam, when 3 or more other blade lineage allies are defeated. Ah, you know what, yeah, whatever. We'll level them up. We'll give them a little leveling as a treat. Hold on, we're gonna go stop by the store real quick. Grab a few of these before we hit the road. Let's grab some of those and then we'll... anyway, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Perfect. Alright, let's do this.
준비 끝. 여긴 거안.
아, 여기는 버스 아니에요? 아, 저희는
태도.
The blade lineage woman sprang from her prone position, grabbing the sword next to her. She held the grip of her blade, ready to draw it at any moment.
니놈들은 누구냐? 흑운해? 아니라고.
그러니까 저희는
그런데 왜 그들이 쓰는 무기와 흡사한 것을? 말이 안 통하네. 그냥 죽일까?
Ryosho?
2가지 이유로 화가 난다. 하나는 대화를 주고받지 않아 쓸데없이 이야기를 길게 느리게 하는 것. 또 하나는 그 밥버러지들의 쓰레기 같은 날붙이와 나의 검을 동일 선상에 놓는 것. 뭐 분을 참을 필요가 있나 시게.
Yeah, there is. She can't tell us anything if she's dead. Ryosho often shows bursts of emotion in the most unexpected times, but at least she listens when I ask her to, which is a relief.
자세히 보니 다르군. 복장도 전혀 다른 식으로 통일되어 있고.
Wise decision.
특히 자네는 누구지? 요란한 시계를 달고 있군. 째깍거리는 게 전부인가?
그는 우리의 관리자요. 그대에게는 그의 목소리가 들리지는 않을 것이요.
익숙한 내음이 묻어있는 말투로군.
내가 전전에 오던 구역에서도 나의 말투와 흡사한 친구를 많이 보진 못했다만.
말투는 그렇지. 하지만 선택하는 단어의 면면에 익숙함이 보여. 19구. S사 출신인가?
도망했으나 출신은 그러하오.
그런가. 도망이라. 고향 사람들은 늘 처지가 같군.
Perhaps meeting someone from the same home district helped. The woman visibly relaxed before slumping down on a nearby chair. Her breathing was labored.
나의 이름은 이상이라 하오. 그대의 상처를 치료했지.
귀하에게 은혜를 입었는데 행동이 볼품없었군. 미안하네. 앵두라고 불러주시게. 검을 다루는 게 살수를 맡고 있어. 단테. 이번엔 이상 씨가 이야기를 잘 풀어가 줄 것 같은데?
Looks like we can sit back and let him handle this. I nodded, replying quickly to Raggio's whispers.
19구. S사에서 도망한 자라면 우리를 알고 있겠지.
저작거리의 소문에 박진 않으나 대강은 그대들은 어딘가에 매이지 않고 자유히 돌아다닌다고 알고 있었는데 어찌 도망인의 처지라고 말한 것인가?
사정은 말하자면 길 것이고 그저 새로운 터전을 찾아야만 했노라고 말할 수밖에.
소상한 사정을 읊는다면 우리가 도울 수 있는 부분이 있을지도 모르지 않은가?
Ungdu shot a sweeping glance at all of us. Her eyes appeared heavy with crushing exhaustion.
하긴 그들을 전부 해치운 자들이라면 어느 정도의 실력자일 테지. 우리 우두머리와 친구들의 수급은 그들 후군에게 현상금이 걸려있는 상태다.
항쟁 수준이 아닌데? 단순히 땅 따먹기가 아니라 원한이라도 걸려있는 건가?
탐관오리가 넘쳐나고 민생이 어지러운 것은 과거나 지금이나 19구의 가장 커다란 문제. 그러나 S사 이제는 살피뼈 농축산이 되어버린 그 날개의 행보에 그저 무예를 단련하며 무인의 길을 가려는 우리 같은 자들이 무얼 해볼 수 있는 것도 아닌 게 현실이지. 그러니 저를 미워하는 우리 같은 중은 떠나는 선택지만 남았던 것이다.
S사 민초들의 고충은 여전하구려.
새로운 터전을 찾으러 떠난 길이었으나 정착할 곳을 찾는 게 쉽지는 않았지. 이미 남의 영역이 된 곳에 발을 디디려 하니 당연히 우리는 다툼의 대상이 될 수밖에 없었고, 그러던 중 우두머리가 가져온 초대장이란 걸 통해 도서관에 들어가게 되었던 기억이 있네.
Virgilius, who had been sitting quietly with one leg over the other on a chair, far from the rest of us, visibly reacted. I think I remember that word, that the word library always got a genuine reaction out of Virgilius.
여기 있다라는 말은 다소 어색하구려.
분명 그곳은 후군의 손이 닿지 못할 것이라는 이야기를 듣고 도달한 곳이었지만
And then they beat us up.
실상 그것도 싸움터였다는 이야기요. 분명 우리는 패했고, 그리고 어느 순간 이곳 T사의 골목에 있게 되었다는 이야기요. 그 방식이 워낙 기묘하니 기억이 있다 정도로 답할 수밖에. 김사카도도.
Her eyes suddenly widened mid-sentence. Ongdu leapt from her seat.
우두가 아직 빌딩에. 용진 빌딩으로 가야 하네.
조심하시게. 그렇게 격정적으로 움직이면 봉한 상처가.
뭐야? 죽었어?
No, but I'd wager she's maybe got like 60% of the blood that a person should have.
혈액이 부족한데 압력은 높아졌으니 쇼크가 오는 것도 무리는 아니죠. 기절한 것뿐입니다. 그래도 관리자님이 예상하신 대로 무언가 정보를 가지고 있긴 하군요.
용진 빌딩. 이곳에 향해야 하는 이유가 있다는 건가?
Maybe, but I'm not sure. I don't know what this has to do with our mission, if any. Or maybe it's that library that we should...
비상.
Oh, look, there she is!
앞에 칼 들고 설치는 검은 사람들 엄청 많아.
Just run him over!
맵이 다치겠다. 승객들 출동.
흑운회 후속 인력들인 것 같습니다, 관리자님.
Well, what can we do? We'll have to think about this later. For now, let's take care of the reinforcements. Yeah, this should be fine. Admittedly, I really don't like seeing neutral on my clashes. It concerns me greatly. That's better. Oh no. At least the donkey ID is very good. Certainly better than poor Autos. Or Otis.
걱정은 하지 않겠습니다. 어차피 이미 이길 거라고 확신하고 있으실 테니까.
Go get him win rate button. Actually, you know what? We'll just go more this way. We'll set you to counter. Granted, we might be able to overwhelm them. At least before they can get to Sinclair, but I don't really know. Oh. I like Raja.
영원한 참으로 인도하지.
So I suppose if I took the, what's the word? The Kurakumo Wakashu, Ryoshu, might.
걱정은 하지 않겠습니다. 어차피 이미 이길 거라고 확신하고 있으실
Yeah, let's just go this way and then we. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah.
엄청나게 확실하게 갈라지는 감각이었네.
So I do also think it's neat to see that what's the word? That Sayo and Bamboo-Headed Kim are on about the same level.
판세는 완벽히 우리에게 있었다. 정착지를 찾을 때까지.
I also like his hat.
잃지 않기를.
Because I think we've got the maximum. You know, it's the 120, and then we've got. Yeah.
별일 수 있는 기회겠죠?
Begin again. Do it again. Run him over.
어떤 상황이
Admittedly, though, Jun with his rules of the back streets might be a little tricky.
못하겠습니다.
Well, nah, we'll be fine. We'll probably get the either the Dopo or Great. At least somebody was enthusiastic about that.
저대로 돌려보낼 생각은 아니시죠?
Alright, let's try and get another clash rolling. Which reminds me, I should probably shuffle some of my ego around. Oh no. Okay. That's better. But let's see, what else did I do this week? Well, we didn't get to do Pathfinder this week. Our host might have tweaked his spine a little, so that was a bit unfortunate. But what else did we do? We did. I made some pork cockney. Turns out that was the a much better batch, I would say. And we've got cheese on rice. They just don't want to go down. Okay, there we go. This ought to round it out.
망설임이 없도록.
And then we played more of our Celasta D&D campaign. We found a crown, presumably of the Magister, but we're not 100% sure on that front.
될 수 있겠죠?
We were also avoiding a Wyvern, and then lo and behold, a dragon had shown back up. We also couldn't find a Rolodex to get us back to where we were before. Luckily, though, we did find a scroll of teleport, and we had what's the word? To get us back. Now, granted, we did have to, you know, successfully cast it, which we did. But the other thing was, never mind. Hold on. I'll go back to this probably after the yield my flesh is done. We returned to the bus after dispatching the Kurakumo clan members that attacked the bus. only to be greeted by an unfamiliar face. There was a woman sitting in the frontmost seat of our bus.
이상하군 길잡이. 분명 논의되지 않은 손님은 들이지 말아야 한다는 말을 들은 지 1시간이 지나지 않았는데.
외부인에 한해서라고. 눈앞에 신분이 버젓이 쓰여 있지 않나?
I noticed that she was wearing a familiar uniform with the logo clear emblazoned on her chest. Are you from the LCCB?
LCCA다. 시계 관리자.
Right. I could see that she was wearing a red emblem on her shoulder.
이 사람 관리자님 말이 들리나요? 안 들려. 태엽 소리를 번역하는 재능도 없다. 그렇게 멍청한 느낌으로 고개를 까딱이고 있는데 모르는 게 더 힘들겠군.
Wow.
무슨 말을...
Ishmael scoured, about to tell the woman off until she coughed and collected herself. Maybe she suddenly recalled her old attitude.
나는 클리어 부서 애프터 팀 소속 일반 작전 2과 알파 팀장 카이만이다.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone from the after team in person.
그야 우리가 개고생했던 걸 꿀떡하는 놈들이니 눈에 띌 리가.
말은 바로 하지 길바닥 출신.
뭐?
애프터 팀은 너희 같은 목숨 버리개들이 깽판 쳐놓은 현장을 정상화시키고 없던 일이 될 수 있도록 수습하는 매우 수고스러운 일을 하는 팀이지. 저희가 목숨 버리개라고 불리나 보죠? 그뿐일까? 목숨 버리개, 범퍼카, 돈 먹는 버스, 고기 방패, 얻어 걸린 또라이. 뭐 더 있기는 한데 그게 지금 당장 필요한 이야기 같진 않군.
새끼가 말하는 꼬라지는 계속 그따위일 거냐?
특별히 고칠 이유가 없다면 고치지 않는다. 내 지론이다. 앞뒤 가리지 않고 황금가지를 회수하는 게 일이라곤 하지만 그 뒤에서 개같이 구르는 사람을 생각하지 못하는 반푼이에겐 더욱 고칠 필요가 없지.
그쯤하지, 카이만 팀장.
뭐 육지거리를 하러 온 건 아니었으니까요. 상부의 작전 명령을 하달합니다.
Cayman produced an envelope, opened it, and pulled out a paper from within. She began to read it out loud.
LCB의 T사 황금가지 탈환 작전 이전에 추가적인 임무를 하달합니다. 하나, 해당 구역 근처에 발생한 뒤틀림을 제거 혹은 확보할 것. 둘, 해당 위치에 있는 검은 비석 모노리스를 확보할 것.
A monolith? What's this now?
뒤틀림? 이미 뒤틀려 있다는 뜻인가요?
모른다. 이 추가 작전은 LCC가 관여되어 있지 않지. 나는 그저 T사에서의 업무를 처리하다가 전달 임무만 받은 것뿐이다.
우리의 임무는 황금가지의 탈환뿐일 텐데. 언제부터 우리가 심부름꾼 해결사 노릇을 주문받았지?
지금 주문받았군. 그리고 황금가지를 배달해오는 너희가 특별히 심부름꾼과 다를 바도 없지.
확실히 알겠네. 애프터 팀이라는 곳은 성격 더러운 사람들만 들어가는 곳인가 봐.
Bajian grumbled like she was imagining a department full of Caymans. Cayman quietly took a sweeping look at the complaining sinners, then approached me.
시계 관리자. 뭐라고 말하는지는 어차피 안 들리고. 당신이나 당신 졸개들이나 아직도 뭘 모르는 것 같아 친절히 설명을 몇 개 해주겠어.
Cayman crossed her arms and leaned against the bus seat as though she was about to start a lecture.
LCB는 분명 황금가지를 가져오는 게 임무다. 그건 맞아. 부정할 수 없지. 하지만 림버스 컴퍼니라는 회사의 목적이 황금가지 탈환이요 라고 말하고 다니는 건 문제가 있지 않겠나? 그게 당장의 벌이 수단이 되지도 않고. 그건 맞는 말이네요. 사실 궁금했거든요. 이 회사가 대체 무슨 돈으로 돌아가고 있는 건지.
The writing team.
뭐,
That's where we get our money.
그건 걱정할 필요 없다. 오히려 차고 넘치지. 지금 이 회사에 부족한 건 대외적인 입지와 명분이다.
a cause.
림버스 컴퍼니는 그 명분을 뒤틀림에서 찾기로 정했었다. 뒤틀림 현상이라는 게 아직 도시에서 체계적으로 관리되는 건 아니거든.
Faust told me some time ago that it hasn't been long since the distortions began appearing in the city.
림버스 컴퍼니는 대외적으로 뒤틀림 현상 전문 처리 및 방역, 또한 현상의 연구를 하는 집단으로 도시의 이름을 알리는 중이다. 그러니 다방면으로 관련 활동이 필요한 상태지.
뒤틀림 현상이라는 게 꽤나 골치 아픈 상황이라고 들었던 것 같긴 하네요.
아직도 이 현상을 누가 명확하게 정의한 적이 없다. 그러니 전담하기를 꺼리고. 뒤틀림을 전담하는 협회가 발족하려는 동향이 있다고 들었지만 그건 어디까지나 협회. 림버스 컴퍼니는 기업 차원에서 그걸 다루려는 것이다.
그래서 그게 우리가 뒤틀림을 조져야 하는 이유가 되나?
되지. 회사 가장 높은 곳에서 내린 명령이니까. 길바닥엔 그런 게 없었나 보지?
안 되겠다. 그냥 오늘 머리 부수고 끝장을 보자 너.
관리자.
David ignored Heathcliff, who was visibly fuming, and turned to face
지금
me.
이들에게 내가 대하고 있는 태도, 나아가서 회사에서 이들을 어떻게 취급할지까지. 그건 결국 관리자의 선택과 지도에 따라 달라질 거다.
For that, she produced an envelope from under her arm and handed it over.
선택은 자유니까. 저들 말대로 원래 LCB의 임무인 황금가지만 고집해도 상관은 없다. 그런다고 너희 고기방패들이 회사에서 쫓겨나게 되진 않겠지. 물론 그 선택이 수감자들의 처우를 결정하겠지만.
Virgilius listens quietly, his eyes shut.
그럼 가보겠습니다. 붉은 시선. 다음에 또 보죠.
그러시지. 하지만 그때 또 본다면 말은 좀 가려가면서 하면 좋겠군. 이렇게 보여도 내가 당신이 말한 이 고기 방패들 결잡이라서 말이야. 내 귀까지 거슬리진 않게 부탁.
그건 관리자에게 달렸겠죠. 그럼 실례하죠.
There she goes! She left, leaving nothing but the awkward silence behind.
갔냐? 그 재수없는 새끼?
After that brief moment of quiet, everyone began sighing and complaining as though they'd just been ungagged.
가만히 있는 것도 꽤 힘든 일이네. 나이 먹고 성질은 다 죽였다고 생각했는데.
Still, good work keeping things non-violent, guys.
하지만 틀린 말을 하지는 않으시던걸요?
Oh, thanks, Honglu.
의도를 간파해야 할 필요는 없으니 생각 정리가 편리했던 것 또한 사실이다.
뭐 그렇게 생각할 수도 있는 거겠죠. 아무튼 그 인간 말 맞다나 회사가 시키는 일은 또 할 수밖에 없는 거고요.
명령을 수행하는데 특별히 첨언할 말도 없군.
Yep, I agree with you guys. I tried my best to cheer up the sinners as I opened the envelope she left behind. Not much of note was in there. One old-fashioned walkie-talkie, a bunch of signed and stamped paperworks, and... Mission location. Yongjin Building.
철발하지, 카론.
용진? 마치 베르? 좋아, 감이 온다. 삐릭삐릭. 출발. 부릉부릉.
There she goes! Judging by their lack of surprise, both Charon and Virgilius already knew where to go, and the bus took off. We're good to go and run some people over.
승부수가 먹혀들었군. 판세는 완벽히 우리에게 있었다. 정착지를 찾을 때까지 이 기세를 잃지 않기를.
Wonderful. And it looks like everything's taking. I mean, I could go with Kurakubo, Ryoshu, But I don't wanna, so I'm not gonna.
두려움을 모르는 건 나쁘지
Alright, let's take a look here. Another herb.
않습니다.
Let's go for a little bit of envy. Oh no. Hmm.
그렇게 무르진 않네.
Not my donkey. Oh no. It's not your fault. You guys just don't have very high flash values.
물러서지 않겠습니다.
괜찮은 공격이네요. 앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요.
침착한 결과입니다.
공감을 준비.
That's the ticket. Mostly why I like carrying around the Edgar Butler.
않겠습니다. 어차피
물러서지
이미
않겠습니다.
이길 거라고 확신하고 있어요.
Cause she's really good.
꿈을 꾸러가도록.
I quite like having an AoE S2 on a stick. Especially since the conditionals are very, very easy to pop.
그렇게 무르진 않네. 걱정은 하지 않겠습니다.
Alright, how many more are we looking for? Okay, yeah, this is the last wave.
공감을 준비하고. 꿈을 꾸러가도록.
At least her draw of the sword does clash kinda well. He's certainly better than some of these skills. Alright, go get him. Kill that man. I wanted to see him pop like a big cherry. But instead here we are. Anyway, get rid of him.
이미 이길 거라고 확신하고
Thank you, Ryoshu.
입이 다물어지지 않을 정도의 일격이었네.
Why we pay her the big bucks.
전투 응대는 성공적이었다. 나쁘지 않은 움직임이다.
Oh, look at that. We got a thingy.
이제 다른 쪽 집안일로 돌아가지.
Bunch of amassed data. I really do like that we get, what's the word?
이번에는 눈을
Bits
베어
for the,
거야?
Something continued to nag at the back of my mind during the frequent stops and combat encounters. There was this one thing I just could not understand. This is pretty much expected from Virgilius at this point, but if he already knew where we were going and why, would it hurt to tell us for once? Muttered to myself while looking toward the back of the bus where Ongjo slept. She was still out cold. On Faust, I legitimately think that this is something we have to talk about. Can you please relay my question to Virgilius?
그럼 내가 말하지. 갈등은 때때로 필요한 법이다. 어이, 길잡이!
Otis relayed my question and began to share some of her own grievances with Virgilius. A lot of her own grievances.
끝났나? 뭐 사실이다. 이미 무전으로 세부적인 내용은 전달받았지. 미리 말하지 않은 이유. 상황에 몰아놓고 학습해야 깨닫는 인재들이라 굳이 먼저 말하진 않았을 뿐이다. 어차피 먼저 말해봐야 반발심밖에 더 생길까. 그래서 관리자, 이번 일을 거부할 생각인 겁니까?
I mean, how could I? They're already treating us like dirt. If I refuse this, I can't imagine how much worse it'll get.
순 없겠다고 생각하겠지.
I could tell from the way he's looking at me that he already knew what I was going to say. I'm starting to wonder if he really can't hear me.
마침 손님께서 계신 모양이군. 가론의 감으로는 정확한 위치를 잡을 수 없으니 가서.
Yep. Oops. Again, this would have gone much smoother if we had been told where we were going from the start, but like always, Virgilius felt the need to add comments like that before shutting me down and turning away. He'd already closed his eyes.
내가 가서 상황을 설명하겠소.
Isang got up with an awkward smile in Isang got up with an awkward smile in an attempt to clear the air. After some time, Isang seemed to have successfully explained our circumstances to Hongdu. She was standing next to Charon, trying to give her proper directions. She had also told us that as long as we assisted her with her mission, she wouldn't mind us taking the black steel Stell? Hold on. Okay. Steely? A Steely. Steely Dan! Anyway.
아, 여기서 오른쪽. 아, 저것들이 벌써 진을 저렇게 치고서.
Just run him over. People dressed in Kurakumo clan's garbs were wandering around the building, standing guard before its entrance.
내려야. 김 작가님. 뒤틀림은 시간을 오래 끌수록 제압하기 어려울 것입니다. 저희도.
Hongdu had already leapt out of the bus and was rushing in with her weapon drawn. We quickly followed suit. Chio! Oh my good gravy!
닥쳐와도
망설임이 없도록.
이건 못하겠습니다.
Oh no, not a lenticular scatter.
괜찮은 공격이네요. 앞으로도 그렇게만
Oh, okay. Ah! How could this happen?
자, 동료들이여, 자세를 갖추고 저들을 맞이하세. 우리를 가로막는 저 시련을 해치우고 끝나지 않는 전투.
I'm sure you'll be fine, Donkey. I have only the utmost faith. I've completely... I'm sorry, I shouldn't have believed in you.
원더풀한 선택이었어, 나리. 저들의 약점이 뻔히 보이는 게로군. 저대로 돌려보낼 생각은 아니시죠?
This should be fine now. As long as we don't, you know, completely bork it.
영원한 참으로 인도하지.
Oh, yeah.
참으로 인도하지. 침착한 결과입니다.
Goodbye. Hello?
걱정은 하지 않겠습니다. 어차피 이미 이길 거라고 확신하고 있으실 테니까.
Alright, and let me take a think here. Yeah, we should be fine.
확실하게 갈라지는 감각이었네. 농담을 준비하고.
I'm also quite excited to see what our next what our next event's going to be. So I suppose we've got time until, or rather quite a fair bit of time before the next intervallo. And then we'll be up to Honglu's Kanto, and I think that's also going to be a great time. There we go. That should be enough. If only barely. Oh, I think that you're walking into the wrong place, man. Listen, I don't normally do this, but it is gonna bring me great joy to watch.
그렇게 황홀히 피어나고 피어나라.
Yeah, anyway.
확실하게 갈라지는 감각이었네.
I said it was just I had to make sure that they knew that they were borked.
이놈이 마지막이었던 것 같군.
피냄새. 방금 솟아오른 것부터 잔뜩 늘어붙은 향기까지. 직접 보지 않아도 다양한 혈흔의 콜라주가 펼쳐져 있겠군.
Thank you for your input, Ryoshu.
아무렇지도 않게 잔혹한 생각을 하는군. 아무튼 이제 안으로 들어설 수 있겠군. 어서.
Ongdu did not hesitate for a second before disappearing into the building's entrance.
기절했다 깬 지 얼마 되지도 않았는데 대단하구만.
정신력이겠지. 우두머리가 잡혀있다면 저럴 수밖에.
그런데 6층밖에 안 되는 건물을 빌딩이라고 부르기도 하나 보네요?
네. 뒷골목에 사는 비교적 흔한 일이죠.
I looked up toward the rooftop of the building Honglu was looking at and suddenly grew curious. What time is it right now?
거울 줄까?
My head doesn't actually tell time, you know.
현재 시각은 오후 2시 10분입니다.
In the afternoon. It's not midday, but it's not supposed to be this dark, is it? How is it this gloomy and dark at 2 in the afternoon? Starting to lose my sense of time in here.
여기가 유독 심한 것 같네. 뭐 연기 전쟁 때와 비교하면 해교 수준이지만.
그건 그렇지.
T사의 뒷골목은 결국 이런 상태라고 알려져 있습니다. 기계가 계속해서 돌아가면서 연기를 지속적으로 배출하는 환경인데다 색이 추출되고 있으므로 더욱 매캐해 보이게 만들죠. 물론 이건 연기 전쟁의 결과로 제약이 걸려 많이 적응된 모습이지. 이전에는 노닥거릴 시간 없지 않은가? 어서 들어오시오.
Stop jibber jabbering! We need to go! We hurried towards Ongdu's urgent cries.
검기 쪽에 아직도 부를 사람이 남았을 줄이야.
뭐야? 벌써 다 해치워놨네?
잔챙이들이요. 어째 하나같이 위로 올라갈 생각은 못하고 실력도 안 되는 것들을 깡으로 덤비기만 하더군.
An electric buzz of sorts played from the radio I had stashed in my clothes. Is someone calling this radio? The sound became much clearer when I unfolded the antenna from the radio. The voice coming from the other end of the radio was upbeat, to put it mildly, and very chaotic. Oh, okay, I just have to press this button, right? Well, I'll talk, but it's not like you can hear. Wow. Oh, okay.
강제로 뒤틀림화를 시킨다고?
그거 전부 흘러나오기 전에 빨리 회수해야 해. 알았지? 이건 또 뭐야? 미안. 여기도 일하는 중이라 바쁘거든. 길게는 말 못 해주겠다. 암튼 급하다고 분명히 말했다. 이상 전달 끝.
Oh, thank you. I do sincerely appreciate it. I put a bit of thought into the at least a little bit. I also ended up adding some new accoutrements to the bottle, at least for this. Granted, though, I had to what's the word? Wasn't entirely sure how to change the eye, so I just ended up cracking that open in the Cubism editor and futzed around with the layering. I still have my other eye. It's just I hid the layer, so it's not. But yes, I do sincerely appreciate the compliment. Oh right, no, hold on. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. Ellipses. The call dropped before any of us even had the chance to say anything. She's Pretty lively, huh?
한가롭게 감상을 말할 때냐?
저 여기 엘리베이터는 고장 난 것 같아요.
Ah, nuts.
그대들도 급해질 이유가 이제 충분해진 것 같군. 이대로 층계참을 돌파하는 것이 좋지 않겠는가?
Exactly. Granted, I was having a bit of a rough go trying to figure out what I was because I was thinking the background, but I was perusing through and I found the birds and I was like, ah, this will work. Oh no, I forgot to read the thing about who's it. Ah well.
전투 응대는 성공적이었다. 나쁘지 않은
I'm sure it's not gonna be the end of the world.
이제 다른 쪽 집안일로 돌아가지.
Insufficient Encafelin. Actually, hold on, I should probably see how much of this I yeah, we're still a little shy. But we'll get there in time. Besides, we could also make liberal use of these, you know, bazillion boxes. Or I could just do that. Because I suppose it is my, oh, grab a little bit of these. Thank you. Alright, let's get back to it. And of course, you know, we've got... Because apparently I'm also gaining the other event currency for having them deployed. So, I mean, hey, I'll take it. Hence why I'm not using my usual Blade Lineage team.
이거 얘들은 싱거운데 오히려 계단 타는 게 더 힘들잖아.
Oh, don't worry, I just like to stock them up.
이상하군.
It makes me happy. Also, it was more, what's the word? I've been kind of hoarding them since I started. I did have a fair few less, but then I shaved down my my boxes and I was like, yay, good.
어리바리한 것들 투성이지 않은가?
They just got them filled with chaff.
우리를 막아내려 자리한 것이 아니라 밀려 올라가기 싫어하는. 설마.
Ongdu's expression darkened. Maybe she had an inkling of a bad omen.
우두머리라는 자가 걱정이 되는가?
Don Quixote carefully sidled to Ongdu's side with a sympathetic expression.
그럴 수밖에 없어.
김사카시라는 분은 어떤 사람이었나요?
I wouldn't go talking about him like he's dead, Sinclair. Ongdu appeared conflicted as though she was having trouble organizing her own thoughts. She shook her head and sighed.
늠름한 사람이었지. 지킬 것을 지키고 또한 죽일 것을 죽였다. 검계 안에서도 실력으로 줄을 세우면 반드시 손가락 안에 들으셨고 또 말수는 적으셔도 자기 좋아할 사람은 끔찍하게 챙기셨지. 결정만 없었더라도 우리의 진우가 이렇게까지 궁지에 몰리는 일은 없었겠지만.
Sinclair half opened his mouth, apparently curious about what that decision might have been. But he soon realized that this was probably not the time to pry and quietly closed his mouth. Ah, well, I mean, I did... What's the word? Yeah, there's also been some times where I just burned through some of my my module stocks when... what's the word? When I'm like, I need more experience tickets, but I really don't want to, you know, spam win rate. But I did also... I mean, I was here since day one. I've been here a long time. Then we have no choice but to make haste with her. Yep. I was also out there during the pre-registration campaign trying to rope my pals into it. Unfortunately, you know, I mean, we didn't quite get up to the... okay, yeah, we're just gonna go with this. Yeah, this should be fine. Oh, yeah. Yep. Because let me see here. Exactly. The free Yisung, and then if we had gotten it, you know, the free fourth match flame, but some things just weren't meant to be. I mean, of course, you know, I still got it because I got the Limbus pass, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I mean, I started with Library of Ruina. Still need to actually. I mean, I do have Lobotomy Corporation, but I haven't really done much with that yet. But yep, I remember when they first announced it, and I was like, "This is gonna be a great time." And then, wow, that's a lot of wrath. But yeah, we what was it? Excellent work, Mr. Salt. But yeah, I'm also liking the I like the BokGaks. I think that they're quite a fun time. Been around since Kanto 4? I see. That was, oh, what was it? June? June, I want to say, yeah. But yeah, I'd highly recommend them. I think that they're great. At least I've been told that, you know, LobCorp's pretty darn good. Haven't. I see. Yeah, I kind of, what's the word? There's certainly some days where I'm like, oh no, I forgot to do my dailies. But yep, I mostly just sit around with my Dragon's Horde. And occasionally when I have to, I head into the mirror dungeon mines. Yep. Alright, let's take a gander here. Yeah, this will be fine. Exactly. So I always make sure to do my weeklies. Because I need my delicious lunacy. Especially with the Arcanites collab coming whenever that is. So I need to make sure I've got a good stockpile. Also for the next one, Pergishnock. Because I think, yeah, that one's gonna be another LobCorp. And then I think it's gonna be... I think it's gonna be Netzak's department. I think. I need to double check. Because I know that we were dealing with the ordeal of... Or the noon of Violet, excuse me, for our last Walpurgisnacht. Right? That sounds right. Lot saved around about 160 between tickets and lunacy. Yeah, no, I ended up I burned through a good chunk of my my supply. Let's see here. I don't know why I clicked that one. Cause yeah, I've got like, yeah, just shy of like one. I think just about shy of 100 with those. That reminds me, I should probably pop these. Ooh. Yep. I still remember back when you could choose between like 3 identity crates and 5 random crates with your mirror dungeon boxes. What a time that was. Also, I couldn't find the font for Yield My Flesh to Claim Their Bones here, but I mean, I didn't really do too much looking on account of I was behind the time. Indeed. I need to break it down, but I don't have my calculator with me, and I'm like, 130. I think we're about. But yeah. Either way, the Walpurgisnacht kind of drained me. I also did my my courtesy pull for the but we didn't get the Kurakumo Captain Ishmael, so oh well. But only gonna do my 10 pull, and then I also need to grab the rest of the tickets from the event here. Oh, yay. Oh, then we probably got a new Refraction Railway coming up before too long. Well, you know, just like, I mean, hey, we might as well. I guess maybe not a courtesy poll, but you know, just like that. Might as well. Actually, I suppose I could call it a courtesy poll, you know, for out of respect for the new banner. Because I mean, it certainly wasn't obligatory. So we didn't even get any Kurakumo IDs out of that either. All I got was a, I think it was just Yisung. Except it was, I mean, it wasn't, it was just Pequod Yisung. So, what can you do? Not that I didn't already have him. But I'll take the free 15 shards to the bank. And then we just need a few more bits and bobs before we can get the definitely not Jun Heathcliff. Yep, and there goes that guy. This is the first time something's happened in the game. First two events at the same time, and the first banner with two groups of identities at once. Yup. Which is great. I like it quite a fair bit. I mean, I'm a sucker for getting, you know, more currency, so that I don't have to, you know, go and... I mean, granted, we still get 2 shots for, what's the word? I suppose this is the first time we've had 2 events with currency rolling at the same time, because I know we had, Walpurgisnacht during the, oh, we're going up, right. Kerning's a little off on that bar there, and I don't think that's 300 lunacy worthy. Alright, and we get to deal with more Pekatulum. At least I'm pretty sure they had Walpurgisnacht going with the Christmas BokGak. I'll need to think about it. Either way, let's see here. Yeah, we'll go with dominating. Dominating. It always surprises me just how fast these little rapscallions are. They're not particularly strong, just very fast. Oh yeah, we got there because the 2nd anniversary is coming up in like a couple weeks. I want to say it's a couple weeks. And then we'll be a triple threat. Granted, I'm not entirely... I mean, no, I think it'll... I'll need to double check the timers here. But at least that one's just the login event. Oh, right, and this is a focused encounter. We'll just pour it on with you guys, and then we're gonna put you over there, and then I'm sure you'll be fine. Today? I need to double check when that starts, or maybe it'll end up being so that the big day happens to fall on the actual anniversary, but I'll need to check. I mean, it's only, what, a half hour until the reset? Okay, let's go for this goes over here. Ugh. God, they're so gross. I don't like looking at them. Okay, then let's actually go with this, and then you're slow, so you'll go there, and then we'll go for Homeland, and we'll just try and avoid the Ire as much as we can. Not that I'm particularly afraid of their counters, it's just I just don't want to take too much unnecessary damage. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna tell myself. Yeah, let me... Alright. You betcha, it's time for good old-fashioned, to claim their bones. Yeah, we'll just... Okay, what are these guys speeding out to? Okay, that goes over there, and then we'll just have you go this way. You go that way. I'll go home.
물러서지 않겠습니다.
육청.
지긋지긋한 전투가
Alright,
드디어
let's take a look here. Always hate to see when Mr. Salt wins his clashes. Let's go with... Yeah, we'll just fourth match flame it. Why not?
물러서지 않겠습니다.
Perfect. Alright, now when is the second anniversary? Columbus Company, second anniversary. Ah, 27th it says.
뜨거운 불꽃이 마음을 녹일 수 있다.
Which seems about right because I remember getting
들은 낙마하지 않을 것이네.
yeah, because that was about a
숨이 가빠져도
I remember it distinctly because it had come out right before I was heading out. I went down south to go and hang out with one of my pals when we were what was it? Oh, we made a whole time of it. We went down to like I think it was some roller coaster place, and then we ended up getting. Well, we ended up having. We actually did manage to ride a lot of roller coasters, but the other fun thing was one we were on actually broke down, so we had to actually, you know what? I wanna go for the let's just go with this because you'll kill him and then we'll get the
영원한 참으로
I've made a comical series of errors.
망설임이 없도록.
I forgot. It targets it flickers onto a new target that happens to have the BM status. Did we just fight the Pekatula?
맞습니다.
여직 봐왔던 면면들과 다른 생김새요. 좀 더 심화된 듯한.
최종의 다음 형태입니다. 사람마다 담아온 죄에 따라 최종의 질이 달라지니 형태는 다양할 수 있습니다.
하지만 여태 이런 형태가 나타났던 적은
They're gross.
없었는데요.
황금 가지를 회수함에 따라 최종의 성장이 촉진되기도 합니다.
Oh no.
그 가지 뭐가 연관되지 않은 걸 찾는 게 더 빠르겠어. 생각 이상으로 어마어마한데.
Yeah, that's a good question. I need to double check on that one.
부위를 상징하는 거였지.
Sometimes I get spoiled with Ting Tang Honglu, and I'm like, ah yes, of course. We managed to kill him with the 30 power coin. Sin. My thoughts grow distant all of a sudden. No. The sinners grow distant while my thoughts draw near. Their voices grow muffled. The word sin feels oddly unfamiliar today.
자신을 잃고 원본의 모양을 상실한 모습으로 보이는구려.
뒤틀림이라는
So.
것도 비슷한 거 아니었어?
누구는 뒤틀림이 되고 누구는 최종이 되고 무슨 기준인 걸까요?
I think I know. Planted in the hearts of all our seeds with ever-present potential to bloom.
관리자님? 뭐라고 했어? 파우가 설명하고 있어서 겹쳐서 안 들렸는데. 계속하자면 극심한 스트레스에서 자신을 유지할 수 있게 된다면 그건 뒤틀림으로 발전하고.
When the light of that day descends upon the hearts of every human, blooming the seeds buried deep within.
관리자님?
If one's devoured by their sins, they are reborn in the form of a their image reflecting the dreamt by those who are nothing. If one withstands, yet their sins, the heart.
뭐야 시계 대가리? 갑자기 무게 잡고.
심각한 소리가 나는데 저분 으치머리에 무슨 문제라도.
Yet if one seeks to bear shall of their original hearts.
그걸 말하려는 것이요.
And in a world perceived through their own, the shall be unveiled to their egos, melt into the fire of sin.
말투도 뭔가 저희 할아버지. 관리자님, 머리.
관리자님, 머리가 불타고 계십니다.
오, 불꽃.
진짜 터질 것 같은데요.
Only those who can define their own.
야, 저러다 쟤 죽는다고. 뭐 방법이 없어?
Why are you asking, Donkey? Only those who are awakened to their own.
뜨겁소. 관리자 나리의 머리에 있던 불은 뜨겁지 않아서 그저 장식이라고 생각했는데. 파우스타 씨, 그때 이야기했던 자폭 장치가 작동된 거 아니에요? 이 열기를 보면 정말 모든 걸 녹일 것처럼. 원리는 같습니다. 단테는 황금 가지를 통해 본사 지하에 심어진 묘목의 뿌리와 연결된 상태로.
가지고 나발고 저 새끼 불은 꺼야 할 거 아니야.
Somebody put the manager out.
누군가 물 없어? 뭐라도 부어서 식혀보면.
Sometime later.
정신이 드는가?
My eyes, if I had eyes, that is, opened slowly. I was lying on the ground, surrounded by the sinners. What happened?
기억을 못하는 것이요?
I guess I don't. I do remember walking up the stairs and suddenly feeling really dizzy.
관리자님, 복귀하면 반드시 수리 받으십시오.
Huh? A workshop? Did I malfunction or something?
무슨 기계 다루듯이 말하기는. 어차피 지금은 어떻게 할 수도 없는 것 같고.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this clock is just magic.
이후에 이야기 나누시죠. 우선은 활동에 지장은 없는 것 같습니다.
Oh yeah, he's not having a great time. Ongdu, where is?
이미 올라갔어. 궁금한 것도 걱정되는 것도 많지만 상황이 급하니 우리도 합류하는 게 좋겠구려.
Yeah. Okay. There was a lot I didn't understand, but since we're in the middle of an operation, let's deal with this first. Yeah, there it is again.
전투 응대는 성공적이었다. 나쁘지 않은
Ah, yes. There he is. And there he is. The boy. Dark Cloud. This is going to be a very unfortunate time for you, Mr. Jun. Oh, yeah, sure. I've got my, oh, hold on here. There was a nervous-looking man on top of the stairs on the uppermost floor of the building. I could immediately tell that this man was unlike any other foe we'd faced in this building. He kept looking into his pocket watch as though he was expecting something awful to come out that door.
흑운의 복장과 유사도가 높다. 관련된 인물일 가능성이 크고 종전의 인물들보다 상위 계급일 것으로 보인다.
그렇다면
Before I even had the chance to suggest waiting. Oh yeah. To suggest waiting for a bit to come up with a strategy, Hongdu was already charging at the man.
분명 흑운의 부조장이랬다.
뭐야?
Oh no.
내 놈들이 그렇게 바라던 검계 수급이 지금 앞에 있다. 검을 받아라.
애들은 전부 치우고 올라왔나?
Aw, man.
마음 같아서는 그냥 사무실 안으로 집어던져 넣고 싶지만 안에 상품이 있는데 그럴 수도 없는 노릇이고. 아, 열받네 진짜. 상대하는 것 말고 방법이 있나? 이름이나 묻지. 나는 준이다. 네놈이 처부수고 올라온 것들의 부조장.
앵두. 검을 다루는 게 살수. 우두머리 김삿갓의 부하.
The hallway before the door falls silent. It is as calm as a winter dawn. The two warriors, blades drawn, begin to take cautious steps. It is as though they are attempting to gauge the distance between each other. There was a sudden flash. When I came to my senses, the pair had suddenly switched sides, facing away from each other. The outcome of this clash.
야, 뭐냐 이건? 어?
앵두씨!
Appears to have been Ungdu's defeat. She fell to her knees.
제대로 시작도 안 했다. 저렇게 지쳐 있는데 잘도 달려들 생각을 하는군.
She's been fighting the Kurokumo clan henchmen on the front lines before we even had the chance to catch up. No wonder she's exhausted.
회복한 지도 얼마 되지 않았습니다. 무리를 했군요.
Yep.
너희들도 덤벼들 거냐? 이렇게 많은 인원은 아무리 나라도 좀 벅찬데.
I mean, listen, we wouldn't be opposed to just letting you leave, but as Jun rested his blade on his shoulder with an annoyed scowl, I could tell from his single clash against Ongdu that he wasn't going to go down easily. Well, I don't like that we're all ganging up against this one guy, but
겁나게 째깍대네. T사에서는 이런 시계 의체까지 돌아다니는 건가? 아, 시계. 야, 저거 맞는 시계냐?
맞겠냐? 저건 그런 용도의 시계가 아니야.
어? 그러면 뭐하러 모가지를 갈아 끼냐? 쓸모도 없네. 그럼 너희 중에 시계 갖고 있는 놈은 없냐? 예물단지 또 망가졌단 말이지.
The sinners wordlessly begin to surround Jun.
아, 손목도 다 비어있네. 아, 제정신이냐? 시계도 안 갖고 다닌다니.
있다고 한들 그대에게 말해줄 의리도 없네만.
짜증나게 하는 이것들. 어차피 뒤도 없어. 나도 이 안에 들여보내면 곤란해지는 몸이라. 빨리 덤벼. 더 기운 빠지기 전에 한 놈이라도 더 쓸게.
Yep. Here we go.
어떤 상황이 저와도 포기하.
Alright, so let me think here. Yeah, best bet's probably just going to be build up as much sanity as I can and then go for probably Superbia into King of Vines. Or maybe I could go for Chains of Others now that I'm thinking about it. Or do I have the right sim spread for that? And I suppose if oh yeah, no, shoot, no, I do have a little bit of gloom. So yeah, we'll probably try and give him the. Oh, that solves that at least. Oh, come on now. That's better. I suppose if we manage to keep them coming out piecemeal. At least before Jun. Yep. I'm just thinking about dealing with Jun when the time comes. Granted, we'll probably just have to I don't really think that damage is going to be our problem. I just need to get rid of the chaff before, or rather when Jun shows up, so that he loses coins for rules of the back streets. And also stock up on a little bit of granted, I'm not actually sure if slowing him down would be my best bet. I'm sure it'll be fine. That indeed. But now if we... Oh, hold on, I've got the idea. I think now would be about as good a time as popping Superbia. So then we'll hit him with the binds, and we'll just go hog wild here. Or Galakia. Yeah, this should be fine. Alright, let's give it to him. Good, good, good. Because yeah, the real problem is if he has too many coins for his counter. Because that thing deals a lot of damage, and it deals it very fast. But this should be perfect for wiping the floor with them. Except it just occurred to me that I just used 2 yield my fleshes on goons, but whatever, it's just going to be Jun so we can handle him. See, we've got the power of dramatic irony on our side. So now we'll just pour it on. So we will, however, first hit you with one of these. And then hopefully Donkey doesn't... Yeah, it should be fine. Oh yeah, now he's got 412 in this instance. Yep, there we go. Oh no. Donkey, please. Whatever. As long as it's not the important at Mr. Salt, we should be fine. And with the offense level down, we should be... Yeah, that'll be fine. And then we'll get to go and throw down with Kim. And then we'll get to go and throw down with Kim again. Yeah, this should be fine. He's just about to a stagger threshold, and... Stick a fork in him! He's done. Or are we gonna get a finale with decisive drive? Or dive? Good stuff. Absolutely perfect. Hongdu seemed to have recovered somewhat as we fought. She bound Jun with a rope before throwing him to the ground.
고작 부조장이 우리에게 내려진 현상 수배의 이유를 알 거라 생각하진 않는다. 하지만 마치 보호라도 하듯이 우두께서 있는 곳에 문을 막고 있는 연유를 알 수가 없군. 내 놈만이 아니지. 이 건물에 있던 후군의 놈들 전부가 위로 올라가는 걸 필사적으로 막고.
아니 그러니까 피해자는 우리라고.
무슨 의미인가?
이거 진짜 짜증나네. 애초에 우리는 너희를 추적하거나 배는 일하고 상관이 없었어. 범죄 현상금 걸린 조직이나 단체들이 한둘도 아니고 얻어 걸린 김이었다는 거지. 그냥 우리는 엄지에서 내려온 명령에 따라서 여기에 있는 검은색 비석을 지키고 있었을 뿐이다. 또 다른 곳으로 배달해야 하는 상황이라 가뜩이나 민감한 시기에 너희 검개놈들이 나타났다. 갑자기.
나타났다? 그런가? 우두께서는 이곳에서 깨어나신 건가?
Well, I mean, I'd wager they probably all Well, assuming that we're talking about the Korokumo, I'd wager we probably just sent him on his merry way.
너 뭔가 아는 거냐? 애초에 사람이 어디서 그렇게 툭 튀어나올 수 있나? 특이점이라도 쓴 줄 알았는데. 그리고 애초에 너희가 이길 싸움도 아니었어.
Maybe.
우리는 수적으로 훨씬 유리했다.
그랬겠지.
번개놈들 중에 멀쩡히 싸울 놈이 3명쯤 남았을 때까지만 해도 문제가 전혀 없었어. 그런데 갑자기 그 대장놈의 눈이 희번덕거리더니 짜증나지만 그놈이 주변에 있는 걸 전부 썰어버렸다.
뭐? 그럼
그래, 검개고 오리고 주변에 있으면 전부 죽여버렸단 말이다. 그러니 뭘 어떻게 할 수 있겠냐? 우리가, 나는 부조장으로서 애들이 죽는 걸 막아야 했고, 결국 내가 문을 막고 아래 애들을 배치하는 수밖에. 짜증. 이게 뭐냐 대체? 곧 약속한 배달 시간이 다가오는데 손가락 한두 개로 끝낼 사안이 아니잖아. 젠장.
Angdu struck the back of Jun's neck with a swift precision and dropped him on to the floor. Yeah, admittedly, it's a bit of a strange series of events.
이미 샘프 환자를 이 안에 들어서려 하면 귀찮게 굴 것 같아 잠재웠을 뿐. 나는 후드를 만나야겠어.
얘기하는 거 못 들었어? 주변에 보이는 건 죄다 썰고 있다며.
그럴 리 없어. 단테, 이야기를 종합해 보면.
He's definitely gone bonkers. Yeah, I agree. There's a powerful aura coming from behind that door. I can sense it. Angdu's hands tremble as they wrap around the doorknob.
전투를 준비하지.
작가님이 그럴 리 없단 말이야.
She slammed the door open, only to come face to face with a distortion.
전투 응대는 성공적이었다. 나쁘지 않은 움직임이었어.
How many of these do I have now?
돌아가지.
Woohoo! We got just enough. Let's get it. Oh. Chatting politely in a circle, all we're doing here. Together in a syndicate, damn it. It's the showdown anyway. Hooray! Alright, hold on. Let me go and check over here real quick. I mean, I can't not, right? All right, of course. And also, here's my code. But yeah, we've been. I mean, shoot, I got these because that was the April Fool's event. Yeah. April Fool's, the chicken. The only one that I'm missing, I believe, is C from the. Or rather, the special magic Hellbus one. But that was because, you know, that one was a bit of a slog, so I was like, eh. But yep. Alright, now let me get over here. How much juice do we have laying around for... I mean, we can at least up time.
너 덤비고 싶은 놈 없지?
Amazing. Alright, now let's just take a quick gander here. What a mess. When one thinks of an assembly, their brain might conjure the image of a forum for discussion, a place to hash out each other's differences with words. But that is a rare sight in this city. There's no need to look very far for an example. This child is sitting in one. Let's get one thing straight. It's the Tepu family's fuck-ups that caused the local merchants to jump ship, yes or no? Fundamentally speaking, the Kurakumo clan has the responsibility to pay a greater share of the tribute we send. They're raking it in with their protection business, aren't they?
The Dots do not wish to be a part of this argument.
My fault, your fault. You should pay more. No, you should. People sitting in a room hazy with cigarette stench, barking impractical, meaningless boasts at each other. The child looks at them with open exasperation. I'm in agreement, but we are currently here in an official capacity. Don't be so rash in your speech. I doubt these sods can hear us over that bloody racket. How did it come to this? So mad about it, go tell him yourself. Have you forgotten? An overwhelming majority of the syndicates that have gathered here are the Thumb's subsidiaries. I am but a wakashu. I am in no place to talk unless someone were to bestow me with the appropriate authority. It seems that even Captain Ishmael is unwilling to join the cacophony. The Kurakumo clan, the syndicate the child was a part of, was not exactly in a great position among those present. The patriarch had, after an unfortunate incident, excused himself for a moment, and the former captain, who entered the library, was never heard from again. The only one with any degree of authority left was the newly and hastily appointed captain. Though she was technically the acting head of the syndicate, an authority given by the patriarch, it was inevitable that the other syndicates would look down on them.
Well, I'm sure the lass can handle this.
Your faith in the captain seems to have grown since the last time we met. You seemed to be bickering endlessly with her at the last assembly.
Can't say I'm on good terms with her, even now, but going out for drinks together helps mend some things, build rapport and what have you. It's a bit of solidarity in it. We both wandered for a while before joining the syndicate. We both have right bad bastards to get back at. See the picture?
And I suppose that's no longer true now that she outranks you.
Could you have been a tad nicer about that jab?
Oh well, she does deserve to be up there. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I remember making a promise with myself that I'd go back there as a successful man, a man of quality, but now I'm not so sure. What was I doing all this for anyway? Why even go back? Someone once told me that only people with a clearly defined goal get to the top, like the last.
I mean, she's pretty darn cool already, yeah.
Seems like a sensible sort, this someone of yours.
Yeah. Boss man Mateo. Used to rely on him back at T-Corp.
Oh, the assembly's breaking, I think.
Looks like we're just going in circles. Let's reconvene tomorrow. Ah!
Agreed. We'll never come to an agreement at this rate. Seconded. Heathcliff.
Ah, was he?
Whispering all of a sudden. Make sure the boys and girls stay on high alert tonight. Something's brewing. You serious, lass? They've got to be a screw. Got to be a screw loose in the head to attack the Kurakumo clan on our own turf. Got this feeling from the conversation that they're trying to hone in on one of our businesses. Besides, they asked me where we were staying multiple times. Crazy bastards. Fine, let them try. I'll tear their heads from there. It's just a suspicion at the moment. Don't get too worked up yet. Anyways, I'm trusting you with this, okay?
Some time passes and dark clouds shroud the moon in shadow.
The child's suspicions had been true. A few suspicious figures quietly stepped into the child's bedroom. They loomed over him for a moment before unsheathing their blades and stabbed, aiming straight for the child's untattooed neck. She weren't kidding. But the blade could not break his skin. Black tattoos drawn over various parts of his body quickly crowded around his neck like tufts of cloud. And the sword, clashing with the tattoo, slid off harmlessly. Ah. This ain't the first time, but blimey, so that wasn't the end of it yet. What the hell? What is that? Kurakumo clan tattoos, lads. Your little knives won't work. Or do you not have these where you're from? The child's own blade flashed in the dark and struck the assassin in the neck, felling him to the ground. As soon as their deaths was confirmed, the child leaped from his bed and joined the others in the streets. Oh yeah! There. Aren't you the one who warned us to stay alert? How come you're the last to join us? I was luring them in there. Didn't want to hear you nagging about. Oh, never mind. Anyways. Just how many of them are there? More than we expected. More syndicates were in on this alliance than we thought. Various syndicates had gathered in the streets to challenge the Kurakumo clan. Underestimating the Kurakumo clan, eh? Bastards. The captain will be here soon. We just have to hold out until she... Oh. Holding out ain't like the captain. We'll fight our way through them. I bet they're planning to go for the showdown with her anyway. The showdown. Syndicates of the eastern region often employed this tradition when making important decisions. Of course, losing or refusing did not result in consequences of any official capacity. In the eastern part of the city, where showdowns have become a part of the culture, in a way, defeat often meant that the morale of the allies would be severely dampened. And as morale was quite an important element in battles with high headcounts, looks like we're gonna have to pave the way for her to accept their boss's challenge. Child rushed forward, blade in hand. Weaker attacks glanced off his enhancement tattoos as he focused on furiously cutting down the endless swarm of enemies. But his powerful charge eventually came to a grinding halt. The enemy syndicate's boss had blocked his path. Ah! Child fought to the best of his abilities, but after having cut through countless enemies, he was exhausted. 1, 2, 3. The child's form began to break with each clash. And when even the enhancement tattoos couldn't block their onslaught, the child fell to his knees. I'm almost there. And that's when... Why didn't you wait? Just look at you. You're a mess. Light footsteps approached from behind him. Oi! Captain! There's a shitload of them. I did quite alright considering the odds, didn't I? Oh, we are past giving a shit about respect now. This is hardly the time to be facetious. Yeah, whatever you say. If I zipped up and acted all serious, you'd have scolded me for trying too hard to look cool. Oh. Just the same old lass, I hate you. His vision began to grow faint, like gathering clouds under a clear sky, but her voice was coming through clear. My name is Ishmael, 34th captain of the Kurakumo clan. She'd never lost a fight, she began with that line. The child grinned with relief, even as he felt his consciousness leave. Ah! Ha ha! Ah, it's cool! So interesting to see that, I mean, you know, clearly a reflection of Sayo, but the Sayo in this mirror world never came back. Or has yet to return. Since we're fresh out of, wait, am I? I mean, we got a fair bit playing around. Entirely sure if that's gonna be close to enough, but we might as well make liberal use of it. And then I'll be able to, yeah, we'll definitely be able to get the rest of the thingamahoos before too long. Then I can snag a couple of these. What about Catherine? Who? After all, since this is clearly, you know, still the... oh, right, I should probably also uptie this one. I need to go to my thread exchange. Well, let me get my think thonk around here. Because we haven't seen a Roger. Oh, no, wait, no, never mind. Hold on. Let me think here. This is a center that hasn't gotten a very recent ID. I guess, so I'll probably stave off for Yoshu. Gregor got that one. I'll just got the butler. I guess Sinclair. Granted, I've been hearing a lot of murmurs that people are thinking 6th Kindred Sinclair is on the horizon, so we'll be keeping our eyes peeled for that one. Then I guess, yeah, then Honglu got the full rep, and then same thing with Heathcliff. We ended up here. And I don't think Mr. Salt's gotten any, well, nothing too recent. I mean, he still has the Sync Association, but neither here nor there. Alright, so I suppose we'll just take some off of Roger. And probably a bit off of Honglu. But besides, I do like the new Heathcliff IDs being like, what's the word? I like them being a bit happier. Well, I hope you enjoy your food. I'll be here. And just up-tie this. Oh, I think we're gonna be just fine. Especially since, yeah, we got the daily reset, so we'll have the Superbia back. I have no level boost tickets. Unfortunate, really. Well, we'll just rank him up and we'll use him later. We'll stick with Blade Lineage for this fight. Back to the stages. Let's get this show on the road. So we will at least, you know, equip him because, you know, he's cool. Actually, come to think of it, I think Pequod Captain Ishmael gives something here. I mean, I guess we could go for at least Captain of the Pequod. And do we have enough? Yeah, I mean, we got Sinclair for a little bit of sin accretion. Oh.
우두의 검술 아닙니까? 이상은 하며 이들을 우리의 친우를 해야 한단 말입니까?
말이 통하지 않을 것 같군.
Pitch black flames lingered behind this man she called Bamboo-Hatted Kim, her mentor. Something had devoured him. There was something in his eyes. Fiendish malevolence. I could definitely sense it. This was a distortion. The distortion unsheathed its blade in the blink of an eye. It sensed that something had entered its range. As Angdu stood there confused, Sinclair urgently hurled himself in her direction, and in that brief moment the distortion's blade descended upon them as though it dissected the very space they inhabited. We have no choice but to suppress it. We tensed up, sensing the changing atmosphere. We slowly raised our weapons. Go get him, Mr. Salt! All right. Godspeed and good luck. And as long as we're drawing, I mean, as long as we're, I also love this theme. Oh no. Mr. Salt. That's better. Oh no.
The paralyzer! Another paralyzer!
닥쳐와도 포기하. 이건 못하겠습니다. 너무
Alright, well, let's go. I guess we're just going down the list. We're just gonna hope that everything turns out. Okay, who is it targeting? Wow, there's a lot of... Actually, hold on. Let's just take a look here. I mean, 2 skills targeting Ryoshu, then in that case we can go for on the defense. That one's got unbreakable coins. We're just gonna hope that everything works out. Yeah, it should be fine. Good work, Sinclair. That's why we pay him the big bucks. Oh. Oh no. Oh right. Paralyzing bad for negative coins. I forgot. So really good rolls on the dodge there. Okay. A lot of those are going for Donkey. Then let's see what we can try and pull overthrow, and we'll go Forest for the Flames. Gain X growing resentment next turn. Well, then in that case, let's go for this. Jesus, he's fast. Curse you and your unbreakable coins. So I do like the losing the final power on the, oh well. Not another paralyzer. Ooh, and he's got voice slides too. Well, there's only one way to be sure. We're just gonna have to get into a to claim our bones off. And I'm sure that Sinclair will be fine then, I suppose. Alright, well, let's try it out. Oh no! That's not good. Oh, I think we, oh no! Stop hitting people with the paralyzer. Oh my god. Well, there goes, hey. Goodbye, Donkey. Oh, wait, no, she's still standing. Oh, we staggered him at least, but... Alright, and let's... Yeah, we'll just push on. I think we'll be okay. Oh. Oh, this is not going to end well. I'm actually a little curious if... Oh, Alright, let's take this one from the top then.
You know what, heck, we might as well give it a shot, right?
어떤 상황이 닥쳐도 포기하지 마세나. 저들의 공격은 우리의 투지를 꿰뚫을 수 없을 테니.
된다면 사활을 건다.
잠시 무릎 꿇는 것을 두려워하지 마시게. 침 바르면 남는다네. 이건 좀
진우들을 볼 면목이 없군.
That's a little unfortunate.
패착이 있었나?
Alright, funny idea, but I think we're gonna have to, let me see here. I mean, I guess we don't have to have her on. Definitely want to stay away from any sinking, but maybe a bit of tremor could help out. Actually, I suppose maybe we could go for the La Mancha land crew now that I'm saying it out loud. Because let's see here, because that's gonna be 20, 120. And then of course, rigor. Yeah, why not? And then you know what? We'll just pack some of these guys as in case of emergency food. Actually,
나를 불렀나?
Yeah, this should be perfectly fine. Famous last words. Let's get this party rolling. Make no mistake, the only reason why you're winning is because I want more event currency.
두려움을 모르는 건 나쁘지 않습니다만 좀 무식하게 돌격하실 거라면 참 빠지겠습니다.
Really? None of those are targeting poor donkey? Alright, let's have a think here. A lot of those are going for the captain. Okay, so let's try and counter that, and then let's try for this. We can take a little bit of damage from the sleigh, and then I guess... Man, just really pouring it on to my poor fish. Alright, well, let's give it to him then.
괜찮은 공격이네요. 앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요.
That's the ticket. Oh no. Thank you for succeeding, fish.
그걸 그 무기로 때리시면 저들을 맞이하세. 우리를 가로막는 저 시련을 해치우고 끝나지 않는 모험을 향하여.
Oh wow, and they're all going for Mr. Salt. Great. Yeah, we'll just have him go on the defensive for that one. Oh no. Okay. That was a little close for comfort. 1, 2, and a 3. Alright, let's see here. Oh. Whew. And now that we're doing a great job of driving his sanity through the roof, I think we'll be okay. Alright, and he's still standing, and then let's see here. If we've got to yield my flesh coming down the pipe, we should be very concerned. Oh, seriously? Outspeeding everybody? Alright, well. You know what time it is. Here, enjoy this, just for you. Okay. Alright, and yep. Hopefully this will all work out. Or we might also just get a stagger on him now that I'm looking at his health. Yep, just barely. Alright, and let's just get to pouring it on. So we will have this go over here. Oh, I figured we might as well break out the big guns. Mostly because I didn't really have any other... that's the word. Since I can't use my other good Blade Lineage IDs, figured, might as well pour on the little bit of extra bleeding. It seems to be working quite well, except now we've got a to claim their bones coming down the pipe. Which, granted, it says that it's dominating. So I'm gonna trust it as well as I can. Granted, it says that we're dominating across the board because I think he's fresh out of resentment. But what do I know? Excellent work, Donkey. Alright, now get him out of here. Get him out of here before he kills us all. I was a little concerned when I heard the pop because I thought that was Gregor for a second. Granted, I know that he had plenty of health because he'd barely taken any damage aside from, you know, what he dealt to himself. Yeah, thank you, Captain Fish. Alright, now let's get in there. Exactly. He's got really long legs, now that I'm actually kind of looking at him. Bamboo-headed Kim kneeled and caught his breath. Something began to shimmer behind him. Ding Dong's Bar and Fryers. Yeah, hold on, actually, let me... You know, it's probably because of the coat, but it looks like he's got, like, really... It's probably the coat and the shading, but it just looks like he's got very... Very... Like a... What's the word? A very steep leg to torso ratio.
따라가야겠지.
Yep. Yeah, we were ordered to secure the distortion as well, so an immense heavy sensation emanates from within that space. That monolith has to be somewhere in there. Actually, I think it's right there. While she was clearly dumbfounded by the turn of events, I could tell that she was determined to see this to the end. We had nothing more to add.
진입하겠습니다.
이건
S사의 모습이구려.
단순한 S사가 아니지. 심상이라 했나? 김 작가님의 기억이 영향을 끼치는 것 같군.
있는 것이 있는가?
아니, 자세히는 모르지. 주워 듣기만 한 이야기로 그분의 과거를 읊을 자격은 내게 없기도 하고.
Ongdu continued in a morose tone.
이 빌딩에 갑작스럽게 등장하셨을 때 아마 우두께선 별탈 없이 흑운회를 베어 넘기고 계셨겠지. 우두와 함께 다니던 인물들 모두가 뛰어났고 아무리 흑운회 같은 규모가 큰 조직이라 해도 간부가 아니고서는 조직원의 수가 많았어도 조끼 백은 혼자서 쓸어 담을 능력이 있으니. 하지만 주변인 모두가 김 작가님만한 강함이 있는가 하면 그건 또 아니지. 그분과 우리는 하늘과 땅만한 차이가 있으니 끊임없이 몰려드는 흑운의 놈들에게 친구들이 하나하나 당해갔을 것이오. 그 모습은 제법 과거와 비슷한 구석이 있었으리라 생각이 드는군.
I wouldn't call him Sans Undertale. No, this is just my my bamboo-headed Kim cosplay. Except I didn't really have the probably should have made the dopo, but you know, it kind of coats aren't exactly the most fitting for this this type of form of mine, given my stubbly arms. Stubby arms, excuse me. Stubby, not stubbly. Yeah. I even drew the hat. Granted, I had I'm not entirely sure how to bind it as an expression, so I just ended up changing the model tones. But remained wordless and advanced as Ongdu despondently muttered to herself. It was all silent, save for the sound of our shoes lightly pressing into the soft soil beneath our feet. God, bamboo-headed Kim is so cool, man. Yeah, we're going for poise. Give me the horseshoe. Alright, let's just make sure that everyone's... Yeah, because I think we'll be fine here to swap back to the regular Blade Lineage crew, as well as Kurakumo. Just because we don't need that much extra juice. At least I certainly hope that we won't. We'll have the ego gifts to lean on. Oh no! Oh well. Alright, let's take a look here. So this one's gonna get me yeah, so if I had that should get me to the most. Let's go take a gander here. Get Mr. Gregor out of here. Let's actually do a wholesale reset. And then we'll
칼을 부딪힐 시간입니다.
Add and still do struggle with this in the Mirror Dungeon when I use my poise team. Well, I think we'll be just fine. And if not, well, I mean... Yeah, this'll work. Uh-oh. Oh, come on, donkey. Well, at least somebody here can roll heads. Oh, no. Okay. Just have to be careful with that focused encounter because while I don't think it's gonna be Jun, I'm vaguely concerned that it might be. Although admittedly, it certainly helps when you've got what's the word? I feel like Butler Ryoshu just shines so much more compared to the Wakashu. All right, let's go with this. Thank you. And I did also see that apparently this one keys off of the old mirror dungeons, so I think it also applies for the ego recipes. But either way, we're gonna try and get the unbending and maybe the hat. Or I could go for the dopo if I'm hoping for a Kim Solo. To be honest, I was not using any oh yeah, that'll do it. But yeah, let's see here, because I mean good, perfect, yes, excellent, give me the thing. I probably should have been reading out all those, but oh, you there! You've had clearly handled your weapons, am I wrong? Answer us, what is the best way to wield your sword? Well, of course, to slash is the best way to use a blade, is it not? What should I say to that? Oh yeah, slashing's the bee's knees. Go talk to him, Mr. Salt. Thank you. Hear, hear. The loudest one guffaws, raising his cup full of liqueur. I'm not claiming that any other methods are inferior. I'm merely claiming that as a blade, a weapon with an edge is made to cut things. Try that dungeon with a Pierce Poise team and with full stop office and Pequod. Yeah, that also sounds about right. Well, if you're talking about the blade and the blade pot only, sure. I suppose a decapitation is not so different from breaking the skull open. Yeah, you made my day, friend. Here, take this. The man who preached the superiority of Slash pats you on the back and places something in your hands, a rusted hilt. Thank you, Mr. Salt. Cause yeah, that's definitely gonna be Jun. I can feel it. But let's see here. The only downside is that Full Stop is way more powerful than Ishmael and she loses a lot of sanity. Yep. But, you know, sometimes just a little bit of, yeah, this should be fine. Granted, only has 60%. Yeah, admittedly, I mostly just use Ishmael for a bit of extra SP accretion. And also the occasional, what's the word? I mean, she is quite capable on her own, at least. Let's see here. Let's go for this, and then over here, do them to the end, and let's just spread that out. And we're gonna hope that this kills. Oh, so close. Oh, what a world. Ooh, and if we get the tassel too, that would help out a lot. Oh, well, of course, if we just get the best ego gifts in the dungeon, it'll be easy. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, we're just gonna get that off the screen. Let's take a gander here. Oh no!
침착한 결과입니다.
Alright, good. Also, upgrading ego gifts costs a lot without the buff of a mirror dungeon. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I think this is gonna be our path of choice. Just in case. Yeah, let's go for this, and then... Yeah, this should be fine. Oh god, I forgot he just starts out on the field. But admittedly, he doesn't have any, right, yeah, because he doesn't have all of his coins, so we'll need to burst him down quickly. Get him out of here! No rules, we never learned to read. How does it go back in the olden days? What was it? Was it Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series? Screw the rules, I have money! Here! Yeah, lenticular slash this, nerd. This'll learn him. Admittedly, this is gonna be the last turn, I think, before he has it online, but if we can manage to stagger him. Yeah, here it comes. Alright, let's see here. So if this is going that way, and then let's... I mean, somebody's gonna get hit by it. That's the only thing, because I know that the... Well, granted, if they both die beforehand, then it's really not gonna matter, because he'll only have one coin. Excellent work. Yeah, see you around, dork. Ooh. Mediocre. And there goes Mr. Jun. Color him bodied. Ooh, and perversion, thank you. Walking along the stone brick wall, we hear a pair of voices conversing. I understand that you've been having some trouble as of late. We would not have had any troubles with the tributes if those blade lineage bastards had not suddenly appeared in our turf, sir. The outfit of one of the pair stands out. I can hear some of the sinners recognizing it as the uniform of the thumb. First, exact the appropriate punishment for breaking into your turf. Of course, sir. But don't forget to show the right respect for those who deserve it. Am I understood? Wait, who's there? Is it blade lineage? Doesn't seem like it. Noticing our presence, the pair turns around to face us. Why don't we ask for their opinion as well, now that they're here? You there, what are your thoughts on the Kurakumo clan's current status? Better choose your words carefully. Wrong place at the wrong time, man. I'm out of here. Alright, let's go with this one. Yeah, open war. Open war, said Mr. Salt. Yeah, we'll go with Mr. Salt. I'm sure this will be fine. Oh. I suppose that's true. The only option is to go to war, is it? I see that you have a dramatic streak. Or a funny one. Got some time to kill. The pair of them dragged Marcel to a bar and released them only after sharing a few drinks. Marcel returned with a drinking cup in hand. Hooray! Tagging enemy with... Good. Well, here's hoping that we get either the blade or the hat. It's only what, like 2 events?
필살의 집념이 담겨 있지. 기회를 잡았네. 휘청이는 저자를 꺾어 넘긴다면 총원 돌격! 가 떨어질 것이 뻔하지. 돌격하세! 영원한 잠으로.
Oh, and here we go. Here we go again.
저놈을 추적해.
Ah, it's that ticket. It's also nice with the keeping Captain Ishmael around, just because she's got a lot of action economy, especially with a Blade lineage team, or I guess just a Pride team, I suppose, or I guess any real Resonance team, but you know, easiest with Pride. All right, let's take a look here. I pity the people here. The decision of a wing is absolute for its feathers. There is very little they can do about it. One of them stands out. Their clothing sets them apart from the locals. Maybe they're not from around here. Still, to allow the Kurokumo clan to make their way in here, that's too much. Wing cares about naught else but fluttering its wings. All else becomes insignificant. Seems they're talking about the current S-Corp. More outsiders, I see. How convenient. The pair stop in their tracks, then turns around to face us. The Kurokumo clan. No, you do not wear their garb. You do not appear to be peasants seeking to make some cash in the chaos of the back streets either. Well then, what do you outsiders think of the current climate? How should I answer this? It's the city. It's just what happens to small fries getting mixed up in large-scale conflicts. Speak your words, Mr. Oh man, what a... Yeah. Get that guy out of here. Ah! Sword-carrying man snickers. You answer with wisdom to my foolish query. Such musings hold very little significance in the city indeed. He laughs a little more, this time with gusto, then tears a tassel from his weapon before handing it over. I enjoyed your answer. If you ever... Minor spelling mistake! 300 lunacy! Find yourself in a conflict with the Blade lineage, show them this tassel. It will be of some help to you, I can guarantee you that. With that, they waved their hands and disappeared into the other direction. Yep, she's got a lot of poise, gives, let's go for a refresh here. Oh, come on. Glimpse of flames! No, I need the thing, you know what? Fine, give me the contract. This'll work. Man, that is unfortunate, but it's neither here nor there. No nebulizer. I think we'll be alright though. We've got Ryoshu. We have no money. I think we'll be okay though, hopefully. Alright, time to dance. And besides, if push comes to shove, we could always just rely on good old Ting Tang Hong Lu to win the day. So that thing behind him is...
김삿갓에게 힘을 부여한 시점에서 이미 심상 안에 숨어들었던 것이군요. 이 저택은 분명 S사를 떠나기 전 마지막으로 맡으셨던 호위 임무의 대상이 살던 집인데 여태껏 이 참생의 기억이 우도의 발목을 부여잡고 있던 것입니까?
What are you doing?
하지만 그렇다 한들 친구들의
Tears begin... Tear? Just one. Tear begins to well in Ongdu's eyes. Ah. Again, something murmurs in my head. Is this bamboo-headed Kim's past? Somber voice drenched with woe echoes in my head. Oh, he sounds so cool.
악한 마음을 갖고 다가가는 자가 있었고 그 마술을 나의 검으로 뿌리친다는 호위무사라는 일감이 나에겐 제법 명예로운 일이었으니
Why are you bumping into things?
하지만 그저 청렴하기만 했던 인물은 언제나 세간의 먹잇감이 될 뿐이고 이미 타락할 대로 타락한 탐관오리들의 마술을 막아내기에 나는 역부족일 뿐이었다. 결국 부러진 마음을 끌어안고 동료들과 함께 에스사를 떠날 수밖에 임무를 완수하지 못한 나의 명예는 그곳 있을 곳을 잃고 이곳저곳을 돌아다니며 지치는 나의 동료들과 나를 믿고 떠나온 이들의 신뢰도 조금씩 떨어지고 나 역시도 스스로에 대한 신뢰를 잃어만 갔다. 나는 달아만 갔다. 이미 임무를 완수하지 못한 내가 정말 이들을 이끌 수는 있는 걸까? 적어도 안정된 삶을 살 수 있게 도우지 않으면. 하지만 그런 마음으로 얻은 초대장은 도리어 모두를 나는 결국 임무도 명예도 친우도 모두 잃고 또다시 그때와 같은 모습을 재현하고.
The voice continued to murmur, but it had devolved into nothing but a low growl, quiet and incoherent rumbling. Can't help but feel a bit of sympathy at his suffocatingly painful past. But that's exactly why we have to face him, free him from this distortion. Guys, we're putting an end to this. Right here, right now.
이 이후는 없겠다는 느낌이 강하게 드는군요.
Ongdu's grown far too agitated to function properly in this battle. It's all up to us now. Alright. Well, we got the tassel. And a lot more juice in the tank, so I think we'll be okay. And if not, well, then they can perish and turn into fuel for Mr. Salt. Bamboo salted Kim. Granted, he's got a lot of health. But, you know, no more than I suppose he usually does. At least in, like, the harder mirror dungeons. There we go. Paralyzer! Sorry, that's all I can think of when whenever I do these kinds of fights. Because I absolutely adore good old Kung Pao Enter the Fist. Yeah. Granted, I usually find, well, then I suppose we'll just go for this. I always forget that Sinclair is mind-bogglingly slow. Also, that I really don't actually want to use, actually, I probably should have just gone with to claim their bones right there. Also because, you know, paralyzed coins, not good for Mr. Kim. I mean, they're great for Mr. Kim, not good for me. Also, really sucks that we didn't get the Dopo. But that's neither here nor there. Well, this is... I also do like the, you know, if the coin is cracked, lose power. I find that's a really, that's a much nicer way of balancing it than whatever ended up going down with, Okay, and then we'll just save that.
Because if I see dominating on a to claim their bones, I'm not really gonna be none too happy about that. I wanted hopeless or nothing. Oh no. There we go. It looks like we should be able to stagger him either this turn or next. A little close for comfort there, Sinclair, but neither here nor there. And he staggered. All right. Well, let's just focus down the Uh-oh. Okay, never mind. Never mind. We managed to break it. Hopefully, we'll be able to pierce through his shield and. Otherwise, we're boned. Never mind. We're fine. Thank you, Special Contract, and thank you, Captain Ishmael. It's like they say, you know, luck correlates with skill. And if you've got a luck issue, then that's a skill issue. Anyway, also helps that we bought that Special Contract, because we might actually be able to get him on, maybe not this cycle, but probably the next one. Actually, maybe. It's gonna be close. Oh, but no cigar. Yeah, we got the enemy staggered by taking skill damage also receive fixed damage by 33% of their maximum hit points and are inflicted with Fragile 2 next turn. And now we're just going to, well, just smash through his, and that's the end of that. Yay! That was what, 5 turns? 6 maybe, I wasn't keeping count. You won. Ah, the dungeon. After a grueling battle, and as we finally managed to drag bamboo-headed Kim to his knees, like a mirage, the fathoms of ego began to fall apart. The monolith had already left the fathoms of ego and was back at the center of the office. Just as the office began to reassemble just as the office began to resemble the one we had walked into, the radio I carried began to buzz again. Tick-tock. Very funny, Dante. I don't know about barely survived. Listen, we were kind of close there. Well, she asked me to. What do you want? I followed the radio's instructions and reached out to the monolith with my palms. Oh, some light came out of it when I reached out with my fingers. The voice coming from the radio was pretty nonchalant about all this, but it almost sounded like she could see exactly what I was looking at. I couldn't help but wonder if I was doing it right, but I still followed her directions and drew a trail of light with my hand over the monolith. The shivering black tendrils began to withdraw from bamboo-headed Kim's body. Maybe the distortion is withdrawing too. What are you doing? Sounds like she's reporting to someone else on the other side of this communication. Huh? LCA? Not that rude after-team lady from earlier? The radio shut off before any of us had a chance to say anything. Again. And not 5 seconds later.
뭐가 이렇게 우르르 들어와? LCA 특수작전팀.
Right, the item is... Well, looks like our job is done here. I didn't even have to say anything, not that they could hear me anyway, before the uniformed troops marched in and started attaching various tools to the monolith.
저게 뭔 소리냐?
What are you doing? Do you mind?
아, 그를 말하는 것이라면 모노리스의 옆에
오라! 어디에 가셨는가?
약 3분 전 앵도라는 자가 소파 뒤로 끌고 가는 것을 목격했다.
Didn't I ask you to tell us if you noticed something important going on in the background?
동일한 상황이 다시 오면
I will make an immediate report, shouldn't I? Thank you, Mr. Zalt. Adds when I noticed that the LCA agents were growing visibly uneasy. Like what we've seen from the LCE department. Oh, yeah. And when that agent ran over and kicked over the sofa. There was Engdu, her arms tightly wrapped around bamboo-headed Kim. Her hand holding a blade that dug deep into her into her mentor's flesh.
당신이 얼마나 아픈 과거를 가졌는지 내가 소상히 알 수는 없지요. 하지만 그것이 진우를 베어넘긴 응당의 이유가 될 수는 없지 않습니까?
앵두양, 그는 제정신이 아니지 않았는가?
Yes. Don't worry, just a little bit of word salad with your visual novel.
아기가 되어 자신을 잃었다면 그 역시 내 손으로 끝을 내야. 아니지, 아니야.
Uh-oh.
사실 전부 변명밖에 되지 않아. 애초에 우두가 초대장이니 뭐니 하는 이상한 것을 들고 오지 않았더라면, 애초에 에스사에서 도망 나오게 된 원인이 되지 않았더라면. 그래요.
Uh-oh.
내 목소리가 이제 좀 선명해.
Well, with the power of dramatic irony. We can't just let her be. She's gonna distort. Vessel, knock Miss Angdu out. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Okay. There we go. Verzalt struck Angdu hard before the LCA agents even had the chance to do anything. She didn't get him anywhere important. Thank you.
내가 지금 뭘 본 거야?
Was that caused by the monolith's influence too?
그렇다고 볼 수 있죠. 모노리스는 제대로 봉인했지만 남은 영향력이 파고들었던 것 같습니다.
거기서 수치가 확 튀어 올랐었는데?
The radio began buzzing all on its own again. Okay.
LC구나. 저는 LCD의 에즈라.
상황을 설명하겠습니다.
나도 말 끊을 거야. 나도 상황 다 알아먹었거든. 거기 2명 다 있죠? 그냥 우리 쪽으로 2분 다 데려오세요.
그러니까 작전상 회수 대상은
딱딱하게 굴지 말고.
우려 이미 모노리스 자체도 제어하기 어려운 대상입니다.
저희 탐정님, 아니 LCD 팀장님이 다 책임진다고 했어요. 애초에 그 모노리스 저랑 탐정님이 회수해왔던 거랑 똑같은 물건이라고요. 그리고 둘 다 도서관의 생환자고 둘 진짜 뒤틀림이 되다가 풀려난 것도 뒤틀림 실적에 분명히 도움될걸요?
뭐야? 그러면 얘네 뭐 끌려가서 인체 실험 뭐 그런 거 당하는 거 아니야?
요즘 T사에서 사람들이 잡혀간다느니 하는 워낙 흉흉한 소문이 많은 건 아는데 그런 실종 사건이랑 우리가 하는 일이랑 붙여서 생각하지는 말아줬으면 좋겠는걸?
We're not kidnapping them. We're just relocating them.
그리고 어차피 뒤틀림이 진행되어봐야 죽을 뿐이고 이대로 두고 가면 흑운애나 엄지가 들이닥칠지 어떻게 알아?
Admittedly, yes, for their own safety.
그것도 그렇긴 하네.
아무튼 둘 다 데려오세요.
The call dropped, the agent swarmed around the pair, bound them, and disappeared out of the door. All of it was done in one fluid, practiced motion. I don't know when it happened, but they'd already retrieved the monolith when that LCA agent picked up LCD's call.
그럼 이제 상황 종료인가?
I guess so.
관리자는 빠른 철수를 요구합니다. 곧 엄지가 상황을 파악하고 이곳을 향할 테니
You might want to leave.
중지 다음엔 엄지인가? 그 꼰대들이 어떤 낯짝을 지을지 궁금하군.
Listen, I know that Ryoshu's the only one that's salivating at the premise of killing more people, but we gotta get out of here.
일을 만들지 말라고 경고하는 거 아닌가요?
Ah. I don't know if I'd call that a grammatical error, but
이미 작전을 수행한 시점에서 인버스 컴퍼니는 엄지와 접대할 수밖에 없습니다.
그렇겠네요. 시간이 걸릴 뿐 진상을 파악할 수밖에 없겠죠.
oh, good luck. I mean, what do they have? A bunch of chumps with discount bullets? We've got whoever these strange people are.
이렇게 엄지까지 건드려도
Well, I mean, given their what's the word? A odd pattern of speech, as well as their I suppose, yeah, very practiced in fluid motions. I'd say they might be a similar branch. Kind of though, as I remember, the sweepers don't really have an easily deciphered form of communication.
어차피 인버스 컴퍼니는 적을 친구로, 친구를 적으로 두는 형국입니다. 집체, 먼저 퇴출하겠습니다.
With that cryptic message, the LCA agent quickly withdrew from the scene. He knows something, but won't tell us what it is. At least that was the impression I got from the way he spoke. I came to meet so many departments of the company in such a quick succession, the LCA, the LCD, and the LCCA. An old question arose once again, something I'd forgotten as we kept ourselves busy with the missions we've carried out so far. I really don't know much about this company I'm working for. And there's this mysterious Herman and the equally puzzling Damien. Maybe in the grand scheme of things, I really don't know anything. Maybe what I know amounts to nothing more than a pinch of knowledge available to the powers that be. I thought we were pretty deep into our journey, but I'm starting to feel that in the far future, if I were to look back on the records of the journey, we wouldn't even be 10 pages into the book. I began walking back to the bus with the sinners, my head further mired in confusion.
그 짧은 시간에 별별 사람 다 만나본 것만 같은 기분이 들어. 그래도 저는 이 회사가 어떻게 돌아가고 있었는지는 대강 알 수 있어서 좋았던 것 같네요.
Once we returned to the bus, the sinners each began chattering away about what had just happened.
앤두 씨나 김 작가님은 앞으로 어떻게 되시는 걸까요?
Well, I think they're gonna be fine.
우리가 알 수 있는 일은 아니다. 같은 회사의 부서라곤 하지만 실제로 우리가 알 수 있는 건 에즈라라는 사람의 목소리뿐 아니었나.
그러다면 설마 정말로 생체실?
그런 게 그렇게 쉽게 시작되진 않아. 그 사람도 그냥 소문은 소문일 뿐이라고 했잖아.
Gregor furrowed his brows as though some unpleasant memories of the past began flooding in. He dug into his pockets for a cigarette. LCD, but LCA just seems really out of place, even when compared to other departments. It's like they're from a completely different company. As we made our way back to the bus, I slowly began to organize my thoughts on everything that happened. Oh, whoops. Upside. I did know that it wasn't the most productive thing for me to do. Oh, I guess I didn't accidentally skip anything. Faust, you're not gonna answer any of my questions, are you?
죄송합니다. LCB 부서 외의 내용을 언급하는 것은 지금으로선 힘들겠습니다.
Ah.
관리잖아.
Oh, that's what you... It's you!
관리잖아, 수감잖아. 조급함이 없으면 아무래도 이 버스에 탑승할 자격이 없는 것만 같군.
Virgilia sighed as he muttered. He must have seen me burying my clock ahead in my palms.
당신의 여정 속에는 반드시 의문에 대한 해답이 있습니다. 단테, 어차피 따라가다 보면 마주할 것을 빨리 들춰낼 필요가 있습니까? 그리고
Virgilius's gaze fixed for a brief moment slightly above my head. I wonder if he's looking at my flame.
아닙니다. 어쩌면 나도 점점 조급함이라는 것에 물들어가는 걸지도.
Virgilius scoffed, muttered something incomprehensible to himself, then turned away from me. It was clear he had no intention of continuing this exchange.
기다렸어. 부릉부릉 시간. 목표는 T사의 유명한 언덕.
Oh yeah. I'm very curious to see what his inputs on the matter will be. So, the bus took off once again, sometimes bustling, sometimes dead silent. Alright, let's take a quick gander here. Yeah, it seems about right. Not half bad. A cool... Yeah, shoot, that's almost 700. Alright, now we'll collect our free lunacy, and we'll, I suppose I can also drop by the reward exchange and snag all these. I think I can almost grab everything off of here now that I'm looking at it. Almost, but I think we're gonna be... And we'll grab more of these. But, yeah. Either way, don't really have anything else to add here. I think that's gonna be... let me just collect these real quick. I'll probably do the rest of those before too long. Should probably also make that into a... Yeah. Fine. Alright, I should probably check and see if I've gotten a... We'll go with yes. Oh, it's my favorite. Don't mess with our luncheon and walk away. Admittedly, I am still quite fond of the, was it sweet, your hollow juvenile luncheon. Reminds me, do I need to change any of these? Do I want to change any of these? Yeah, I think we're all right. But, yeah, let me go see if anybody's here on the Twitch side that I can send off to the Wild Blue yonder. Cause, yeah, I'm gonna say that's, about a good place to call it. Great event, had a grand old time. Can't really say much else. So, yeah. Let me see here. Actually, come to think of it, I might as well just pop these two while I'm here. Wowzers. And now we've got a lot more pulls in the tank. I mean, I suppose I could give... You know what? Sure, let's give one more to round it out. Actually, no. We're gonna save him. We're gonna save him. Don't impulse gamble. We're getting out of here. We don't need any of those for the thingamahoosit. But yep, either way, thank you again, everybody, for tuning on in. I'll probably be back tomorrow with rounding out the Eagle Flies Alone and the rest of Hiss and Kaifa's thingamahoosits for EU4. Also going to be working on figuring out what's next on our speedrun scavenging. I'm thinking Luca, Born of a Dream, I believe the title is. I think it's a bit of like an action brawler, so I'm going to probably go and take a gander at that before too long. But either way, I don't really have much else to add, aside from, again, thank you, everybody. I do sincerely appreciate it, and I'll be seeing you all tomorrow. Ba-da-da-da! Probably hit the stop stream button. There we go.